As I mentioned to you, my name is Father Maurice Nutt, and I'm a Redemptorist priest. I don't have a parish, so I'm not stationed at one particular parish, but I'm called to go around the whole country and even different parts of the world preaching the gospel. But I come to you here in Huntsville from Chicago. Does anybody know Chicago? I want to say, what do you know about my hometown? Is that something you know about Chicago? What do you know about Chicago? Yeah. It's called the Windy City. Why? Why is it called the Windy City? Because there's a lot of wind there. That's right. There's a lot of wind. Thank you. Very good. The Chicago Blackhawks. What's so special about the Chicago Blackhawks? They won the Stanley Cup. High five. We're great about that. What about you? It's the home of the Chicago Bears. We like to say, the Bears. That's what we say. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yeah, I'm trying to get some of the girls here, okay? What about you? It's in Illinois. We're in the state of Illinois. What about you? Sears Tower. We call it the Willis Tower, but that's what us Chicagoans, we still call it the Sears Tower. Did you have anything up? Yeah. Oh, she took yours. Okay. Two more. You and you. Chicago Fire. You watch that on television, huh? I see them filming around different parts of the city. Chicago Fire. You had your hand up. It snows there a whole lot. It doesn't rain that much. Occasionally we have some rain. But I come to Huntsville all the way from Chicago. Today I would like to talk to you about something that you use every day in the classroom. Something that you have that you can't forget you need. Can I preach to you today about a pencil? Does everybody use pencils? And what do we use pencils for? Why do I need to use a pencil? Okay, so I can write some things with a pencil. Or do some math with a pencil. What else? What can I use a pencil for? What can I use a pencil for? You right there. Okay? Like you can write books with a pencil. What about you? You can maybe draw a picture with a pencil. She took yours. Anyone? Two more. Let me get over here. I know I haven't seen you guys in a while. What's going on over here? I'm going to ask that guy right back there. You use a pencil to get an A on your test. I hope you got a great pencil that's going to get an A on your test. What about you? You can use it to do your homework. Can I tell you a story? Is that all right? I'm going to tell you a story. There was a great pencil maker. Pencils have to be made. And that great pencil maker was preparing to send his pencils out, and he was putting them in a pencil box, and he was sending them out. But he said to this pencil that he had in his hand, and he said, "Pencil, there are going to be 5 things you need to know in life as you live your journey as a pencil." Can I tell you what those 5 things are? Number one, he said to the pencil, you'll be able to do great things if you just remember whose hand that you're in. Number 1, you'll be able to do great things if you remember whose hand you're in. If I set that pencil there, it doesn't work. It just sits there, right? But it depends on whose hand it is. A pencil can be used to write great stories. A pencil can be used to write great plays. A pencil can be used to draw great pictures, beautiful pictures. He says, pencil, remember whose hand you're in. and sisters in Holy Family School, you have to remember whose hand you were in at all times. Your life can be great if you remember who's guiding and who's directing your life. How many know that you're in God's hands? Anybody here knows that I'm in God's hands? You know, I don't go to the doctor a lot, and I don't get sick a lot, but this past March, I got very sick. I was about to go on a plane to go to Dallas, Texas to preach. And all of a sudden, I had a tummy ache. My stomach was hurting me, and I just thought I had indigestion. I didn't know what it was, and I was about to get on a plane, but I told my brother Priest, who was traveling with me, I think I'm not feeling too good, and when we get to Dallas, Texas, maybe I should go to the ER so that I can get checked out. He says, if you're sick right now, you're not going to get on that plane. And I'm so glad I didn't get on the plane because guess what? Back in March, my appendix ruptured. And if you know anything about that, it's poison all through your body and you can die. And when I was rolling me into the operating room, the doctor said, Father, you are very, very sick. You could have died. And I simply said, Doctor, I know that my life is in God's hands. And I know God is going to use you to heal me. I had to spend 2 weeks in the hospital. But I'm so glad that I was in God's hands who got me into that operating room. I'm doing well, and guess what? I'm here today. Thank God, because I remember somebody saying, you were in God's hands. You can talk in church, you're in God's hands. Number two, you have to remember that throughout life, you're going to, for you to be useful, there will be times that you'll have to have some sharpening in your life. You can't use a pencil if it's not sharpened, right? There will be times that you will have to go through some painful sharpenings in your life. You know, you put your pencil in that pencil sharpener and it sharpens and real sharpens. I don't know about you, but sometimes it's not good to have to go through some painful things. But in order for a pencil to be useful, it has to be sharpened and edged down, and all of a sudden there is going to be some different, we call it lust, all over the pencil. I don't know about you, but whenever I sharpen my pencil, I take it out and I hold it up. So do you do that? To see how sharp the pencil is. But guess what else I do? I blow it off to get rid of some of that residue, some of that husk off of it. You know, in this thing called life, you're going to go through some painful sharpenings. There are going to be some things that aren't so great that you have to go through. But when you go through them, you get sharpened round and around and around. And after you get through with that, guess what? You come out better than you were before. So all those bad things you go through, sometimes you can learn something and get something out of it. But don't forget, when you come out, there'll be some of that residue around you. Be sure to wipe it off. And everybody wipe their shoulders off. Yeah, let's wipe that off. You don't want to take it with you. Number 3. What does a pencil have on its end? What is it called? Yeah, the eraser. You have an eraser. There will be some things in life, so you have to remember that in life you will make some mistakes. But guess what? I have equipped you with an eraser. You can go back, and there will be some things in life that you can go back and erase. So whenever I make a mistake, I'm able to say, I'm sorry. Don't ever in your life forget the way that you can correct some things. You can go back and say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Please forgive me. That's what you've got in your life, to be able to go back and erase some of the mistakes that you have made in your past. Number 4, pencil. I want you to know, although you will look like a beautiful, wonderful yellow pencil, the most important thing about you is not what you look like on the outside, but what's on the inside. There is lead in you. That is what makes you useful. I don't care what what you look like. You look around this room. We all look different, but we're all beautiful. Amen? You can say amen. Amen? I don't care what your hair looks like. I don't care how small or tall or big or wide that you are. I don't care what kind of uniforms, what kind of clothes you wear. You are all beautiful. Why? Because what is most important about you is what is on the inside. Finally, number 5. Remember that wherever you go in life, you will leave an indelible mark. You will leave your mark wherever you are in life. You will leave your mark. The same is true for Holy Family School. You know, I'm happy to be in Holy Family School today. You know why? I'm happy because this is the most special place in the whole world. Did you know that? Yes, this is the most special place in the whole world. Today we are celebrating the feast of St. Peter Claver. And St. Peter Claver was a man, a priest, who said, although there is racism and there's hatred and there's bitterness in this world, I'm going to go as a priest and dedicate my life to serving the enslaved Africans in South America. I'm going to, as he said, I want to become the slave of the slaves. You know why Holy Family School and St. Joseph's Church is the most special place in the whole wide world? You know you want to answer. You can interrupt my sermon and just go ahead and tell me. Stand up and tell me why. Because we celebrate God. Baby, give me a high five. We celebrate God here. Amen. Here at Holy Family. We celebrate God. And one of the best ways that we celebrate God here at St. Joseph's Church and at Holy Family School is that I'm going to say this, and I hope it's not too far over your head, but you are in school together. You have learned to become friends with one another. You come from various backgrounds. When I look out, I see a rainbow of colors. I see you from the white race and the African American race and from the Latino race and from Asian race. You are God's children celebrating God. And you have learned to become friends. You sit in class together. You play on the playground together. You eat lunch together. You are friends. You know, St. Peter Claver came to end hatred and racism. And I believe that hatred and prejudice and racism is a learned behavior. But I also believe that love conquers everything. Friendship and knowledge of one another helps you to grow together. You are learning as young people at Holy Family School that you are friends. But let me tell you, I have a worry about what may happen in the future. You're going to grow up. You're going to become adults. You're going to become high school students and college students. There's a lesson you're learning today that I never ever want you to forget. That all of your friends in this school from different nationalities, remember they were your friends at Holy Family School, and I pray that they will be your friend when you grow up all throughout your life. No, that's not my white friend or my black friend or my Asian friend or my Latino friend. That person is my friend. I love them. And we celebrate God together. So if you want to honor St. Peter Claver today and remember what he did, remember who your friend is. Even when other people will say bad things about your friend, remember that person was my friend. Can everyone just say, stand up? And let's make a pledge today. Put your right hand up. Repeat after me. On this feast of St. Peter Claver,